Yeah, I sent you two that I set an appointment with, so that's good. And then I sent you one where the guy basically at the end, I went through everything and then he had a call waiting. And then he was like, he came back and he was like, I went to set the appointment. He was like, oh, just give me a call back or I'll call you. And I tried again and he's like, no, 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 just call me if you have an offer.
Yeah. Remember, motivation equals cooperation. So sometimes sometimes there's more for me to do to be able to navigate through this because people have people calling them all the time or or engaging some sort of solicitation. So, they're using that as a method to blow you off because they have been through some of that. Some of it is because they're using it as a method to validate how serious you might be, and there's some motivation there. Some of it is they don't have any motivation at all, and they're just throwing shit out there.
Yeah.
I've gotten two, Pauly. Some people are like, oh, I want 2 million. I want 1.5, and it's nowhere near that.
Yeah.
Are those is it worth it to like keep going with them in the call or?
What's rule number one? Remember?
Yeah, get to know the people.
Get to know the people. Whatever they say as an objection up front, I don't really care. I'm just going to continue to talk to them to figure out what's going on because they could be using that as a defense mechanism to just throw you off because they get a lot of the same thing I just said before. They get a lot of these calls or to vet you out and see how serious you might be, or they don't really care of where they're at. So my job is to just ask, look, here's my job. Ask great questions, ask them well, energy, inflection, personality style, listen carefully, ask great questions, ask them well, listen carefully. That's my job. Now, if it is an objection up front, rephrase. If it sounds like an objection up front and I keep asking questions and then it turns into a condition, you know what a condition is, Rebecca?
Like it can't be changed.
Can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it. I want 2 million. Well, I don't really know if that's a condition or not. I don't know that. So let's keep talking because you might be just doing one of those three things. Just you're not really interested and you're just throwing shit out there. You might be interested, but you're trying to vet me out to see how serious you might be. Or you get a lot of these calls, or you've been in a lot of these circumstances, and you're just throwing that out there to see how I handle it. So my job is keep asking great questions, listen carefully, and then ask your questions, ask them well, and then listen carefully. So Kevin, just keep going, man. Just keep going and keep digging it out because you gotta be a pro enough that when somebody throws a move on you, you can still move with it. My job is to get to know the people. Now I get to the end of the conversation, Rebecca, and like they're not, they revert back into the objection. Yeah. Then I gotta find a way to call that out. By number one, reinforcing, reapplying intention and value. Intention, okay, this is who we are, this is what we do. Value, here's how it's valuable to you, and then close them. Restate intention, bring the value to them. Restate intention, restate value, and then close. Now, your ability to do that fluidly and fluently, comfortably and confidently is going to be a partial dictator on whether they'll go along with that, because here's the unknown variable. Maybe they don't really give a shit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine. No problem. But I don't really know if you're full of shit or not initially when you tell me, Kevin, that you want 2 million, or I'm at the tail end, Rebecca, and they throw it back up on me, and then I do what I need to do to figure out, like, okay, do you really give a shit or not? Like, and if I restate intention, reapply value, and then assumptively close, and you still don't bite, well, what does that tell us?
Not enough motivation. Yeah.
Not motivated.